about your secret weapon in your coaching business in order to create flow and wealth in how you experience your business so that you actually can have the inflow of money, the inflow of clients, and feel good when that's happening. Feel good like you are in flow. So we're going to talk about that today. Now, if you're here live, let me know. I would love to know who's watching and say hi. And if you are watching me on replay, then hashtag replay. Would like to know that you've been here. So today we are looking at the secret weapon in helping you create flow and wealth in your coaching business. All right, so you're showing up, you're promoting your business, like you're doing all the right things, but you're not getting quite the results that you would like to have. So you may be noticing that discrepancy in how much effort you're putting into what you're promoting, and that it's not quite bringing you back the types of results that you want. And so you start to internally worry. You know, it's kind of unsettling feeling like, oh, am I doing it right? Am I doing not enough? Like, should I be doing more? Am I not doing the right things? So this kind of a subconscious voice starts talking in your head about what's missing. Why is it not quite creating the results that I want to create? And of course, there are pieces like you need to be clear on your messaging. Make sure that you're speaking to the correct client. Make sure that you're being consistent in how you're showing up so that you're actually presenting yourself in the correct manner, that the correct type of client not only is interested in you to read or watch what you're putting out as content, but also that they are compelled to respond, that there's something that you're saying that makes them realize that you're available for business. Because when we're forgetting to do that part, that also makes results kind of go lower than we would like. So let's assume that you're doing all those things already correctly or mostly correctly, and it still feels kind of scary because it's not creating the type of the result that you wanted. So maybe you're doing a lot of over giving because you're compensating for not having what you would like in response. You know, like let's say if you have your paying clients and they working with you, they having the results, and somehow they start to be a little bit more needy. They need something else, or whatever you're offering to you feels like, well, what if it's not enough? And then you maybe kind of giving more and more and more that you don't necessarily need to. So then your expenditure of energy feels like, well, they need more, so I give more. And then before long you run out of energy because you're trying so hard to make sure that everyone in your world, especially your clients, are happy. So put a 1 in the comments if that's your experience. If you're noticing that the way you're relating to your clients, that something is missing a little bit, that you're over giving or over investing your energy and not quite getting back the type of return that you would like, or the clients are still wanting more that's maybe not part of the program itself. Or maybe that you're trying to be a good person, you know, like be responsible and helpful and kind, and your idea of a good person might be a little bit skewed towards some of the conditioning you got before, that the good person is someone that helps everyone. But in the business that you're creating, in your coaching business, a lot of times that is actually sabotaging quality, because then we try to help everybody. We try to give our energy and advice and support and energetic support as well, not just verbal, to a lot of people who are not actually the correct people with whom we want to work. So that creates higher level of energy expenditure. Like you're starting to feel exhausted because you're constantly giving, and you're putting more energy into something that might not necessarily bring you back anything in a way that creates a loop. Everything in the universal energy is a loop. When we give something, we receive something. And the more we give, the more we receive. That is true. But if we give incorrectly, as in compensating for some internal not enoughness, or overgiving in attempt to be liked, or people pleasing, like all those forms of giving, they do not result in equal giving back. Same thing goes for the content you're putting out for your marketing. If a lot of it is all educational and pure value and really useful for people, and you feeling kind of like that in itself supposed to get them to respond and want to work with you, and then it's not happening, partially it's because the incorrect energy is being expanded into your giving. Like, for example, the value in your content needs to be balanced with them understanding how they can work with you. So you want to present this in a way that your potential client can actually get what is it that I'm going to get by working with this person. Not just the value that kind of creates a small satisfaction point and then they leave, but the value that makes them want more. That's a different way of giving that is not going to cost you more energy than is healthy. But when we forget that and we overgive, we end up over teaching in our content, like too much value and not enough, some sort of a sales call or call to action or something like that that allows your potential client to actually come to you. Okay, so worst of all, it starts to become kind of like a big questioning about will you ever be able to up-level your business to the next level if you're already feeling tired? If you're doing all these marketing activities and you're giving to your clients and you start to feel like, oh my God, this is kind of a lot. Like, I'm already tired and I only have few paying clients and I want to go to the next level, like to stable 10,000 a month and so on. But how do I do that? That means I have more clients, and if I'm already exhausted with a few, how am I gonna manage? Like, this is not kind of what you wanted from your business originally. So put a 3 in the comments if you have that fear, like if having few clients that you have now feels already kind of at the limit. That's something to look at, because that means the energy expenditure that you're putting in is not not balanced, not appropriate for what the actual activity is. So that makes you feel exhausted. That makes you feel like you just have no energy because you just gave all your energy. Sometimes it happens with marketing itself. Like, you gave all your energy to marketing, you created all this content, you shown up, you posted, you networked, you connected, you like did all these things. And then when there's clients in your world that you now have to coach, which is kind of the whole point of having a coaching business, right? You feel like, oh my God, I don't even have energy for my clients because I just spend it all on trying to market to get more clients. So put a 2 in the comments if that's your story. Or the other way around, where you overgave so much to your clients, even if you only have few, that after a while it feels like this is all I can do, like I can barely handle this 2, 3, 4 clients, this is it, and then when will I even have energy to market? That's another extreme to the opposite direction. So put a 3 in the comments if that's your thing. So those 2 parameters are incorrect energy expenditure. So, by the way, the ones of you who don't know me, I'm Eugenia Oganova. I'm business and marketing coach, and I work with wealth energetics. So what that means is I help you save years of forcing and pressuring yourself into something that's not natural for you, some strategies for your business and marketing that don't actually fit you, because you think you should do them, you do them, but they kind of exhaust you instead. And what I help my clients is to find their natural way of doing things, their soul design, and then align their entire business and marketing strategy to it. This way, instead of going on detours and doing all these things that feel very hard, you do strategic things. So then you apply effort where it actually counts and where your system can handle. That way you have the ease and flow and wealth in your business. You stabilize your income so you can grow further. Okay? So before I tell you the solution to this issue, right? Like, how do we create this flow and wealth? What's that secret weapon here? Let me ask you a question, and it's going to be sort of experiential. Like, imagine that you deepen into yourself. Like, for a moment, just like really let yourself go in. How does that feel for you? Just let the whole world go away. So for a moment, give yourself permission to not worry about anything. Not worry about your clients, about your family, about your marketing, about your content, about, whatever, scheduling, like none of that. Let it all go. No worry. You just are. You're good. You're taking care of. Everything's fine. In that moment, you're just sitting, let's say, down watching this video. You're just present. What is that experience in your system? That moment when everything else goes away. Imagine you have like a bubble around you and you push out all the worry, all the stress, all the frantic energy, and it's just calm on the inside. It's just peaceful. There is nothing but you and peace and calm inside that bubble. Good. So take a deep breath in there. Yeah, let your body relax. What you just did is you created a point of reference in the quantum field for rest. So this is what the rest point is like for you. If you really allowed yourself for a moment to make the world go away and tune into yourself, just present, calm, and in peace, you created a point of rest in the quantum field. This is the calm space from which creation is possible. And for so long, we're all being told that we're supposed to be in some sort of a constant active space. This is such a common misconception that we're supposed to do more and push harder and fixate on what's not working so that we can solve it and then somehow it will all be working, when actually it is literally not possible to come up with creative solutions and efficient strategies, especially accessing your intuition in addition to business strategies itself, if you don't have access to that inner space of rest. That is an essential anchor point that allows your creative juices to flow, and it allows you to have ease, to feel that abundance energy that is everywhere feeding you. This is how we create. When we are in the scarcity energy, we cannot create, because all we're doing is we're broadcasting, I don't have enough, how do I have more? Or I have what I have and it's so hard already, I'm terrified to have more because it only will be harder. Those energy broadcasts, they are kind of like subconscious waves that come off you just from you thinking and feeling that way. And that is the energy of scarcity. And anytime we're in the energy of scarcity, we are miscreating. Because from scarcity, all you can create is more scarcity, So if, let's say, you're saying, I really would love to have 5 more clients, but you're exhausted, the universe does not speak English. It speaks frequency. So it's reading your energy, and your energy says you're exhausted. Now, it does not matter that you mentally decide if you want 5 more clients, because the universe is reading your energy that says, but you're tired, you don't have any space for more people, so I'm not going to send you more people. And then this person from the inside starts freaking out about, but I intended for 5 clients and I did all this work and all these marketing activities. Why is nothing happening? And it's like, did you rest enough? Did you allow yourself to have those moments in the quantum field where there's nothing going on but just peace? Because if you didn't, you're not sending the correct message to the universe. So that is your secret weapon. That space of rest is actually how we create. Okay? So this is the place that you need to come to over and over and over again in order to replenish your energy. Without returning to it, we forget. Because we're so conditioned by this world to do, that we kind of start like a hamster in the wheel, just do, in attempt to fix something that's not working. But that means we're focusing on what's not working. And I'm not one of those coaches that's going to tell you like, oh, only focus on the positive and just imagine it's all okay. When there is an issue, you do need to focus on the issue, but constructively. And there is a big difference in noticing like, okay, I want to reevaluate my marketing style or the type of content I put out. And then critically look at what you're doing. Look at like, do I have all the correct components? Am I creating the valuable content? Am I saying something unique? Am I showing my unique opinions? Am I actually selling in my content? Like, am I remembering to tell people to, come and interact with me and that I'm able to help them in some specific way? That's critically looking at something in order to create or modify your existing strategy, versus stress and worry and internal frantic grasping. That is emotional charge that has nothing to do with actually solving a problem. If you're constantly worrying, what if this bad thing will happen? What if this doesn't work? What if my client is going to be mad at me, or they don't get the result? Or what if I don't attract the whatever number of clients I projected I need next month, and so on. When we focus on that with that emotional worry energy, we only create more of what we don't want. So, even though, yes, you want to be able to look at whatever's going on and critically adjust it, that's a healthy way. But that's almost like emotionless. That is when you're literally looking at the factual components of what you're putting out, and you're checking, like, am I doing everything according to what I know needs to be in there? Am I consistent? Whatever. Like, if you're showing up, randomly here and there a couple times a month, why would that result in lots of people coming your way? It wouldn't. But if you're showing up, let's say, every day, and you have a specific style and a message, then it might be fine-tuning what is it you're saying and how you're saying it. But that's emotionless. That's like literally strategy. Your emotions need to leave, go away from all this worry, and instead remain in the internal place of rest. And sometimes it's passion, sometimes it's excitement, sometimes it's some sort of a drive that kicks in. So there are other emotions, of course, but you want to keep visiting that internal place of rest. That's the point that allows you to generate momentum energetically in order to create something. When you're worrying, you're not at rest. I hear that a lot from my clients, like when I give them the homework, like, okay, you need to make sure you have 30 minutes, let's say, before you go to bed when you're just resting. And then they tell me, well, I read a book, or I did this journal, or whatever. That's not resting. That's still processing and doing something. Okay. Or they tell me, well, but then I was thinking about, how am I going to get the next client? Or I was thinking about how am I going to resolve this specific thing with the current client. So you're worrying instead of resting. And worrying, even if you're laying down in bed for half an hour, but worrying and thinking, that's not resting. True rest, we almost like never been taught how to do it in our society. We forgot, because we label this lazy or spacing out or whatever, like as if you're avoiding responsibility when you're resting. When actually creating the point of reference in the quantum field of rest is the way to create those amazing quantum leaps in your business that bring you to the next level, that create something amazing for you. But the only way to get there in a natural, harmonious, and organic way is to visit that place often. It does not need to be that you have like a vacation every month for a week. It just means that you have points of that rest throughout the day. Like maybe, 5 minutes here and there, or 2 minutes here and there. That allows you to create enough of the replenishment and hold that point consistently. By the way, this is what I literally do with my clients, is I help them figure out their correct strategy for business and for marketing, like for their offers, for their pricing, for their messaging and positioning, so that they can do it in alignment with their soul design, with how they build. But we also make sure that the point of rest is in there, that the rest is incorporated, and they can hold that frequency consistently. Because consistency is the key. If you're vibrating at something consistently, you are actually able to create from that place. And then it feels, when you're visiting this rest space, often it feels amazing. You're recharged, you're replenished, you feel like you have enough energy for your clients and for your business. You also don't overgive anymore because your boundaries are better, because you filled up. You're not looking to fill your needs through something outside of you. And you make better decisions. They become conscious decisions. And you also feel more confident and more certain in what you're doing instead of constantly worrying. So if you notice that you've been over-focusing in your business on what's not working and worrying about it and stressing about it and pushing yourself, or if you, even though things are working, you kind of been putting this pressure on yourself, like I need to do more, I must be missing something, like what am I missing, I need to try harder. Or maybe you've been judging yourself even if you're succeeding, because it feels like it's never enough, like there's the next thing, you need to go to the next thing, and then forgetting to celebrate small wins, forgetting to be kind to yourself in your process of running your business, because there's always the next bigger goal that we want to go for. So if you're noticing all those things in your business that create this feeling of pressure, forcing yourself into obligations, exhaustion, even though you're actually succeeding and you have clients and they have great results, but you internally in your business are not feeling that great, then I definitely ask you to apply to work with me, because this is literally what I do. This is how I help my clients to get from this place of I started my business and I loved it and now I don't even love it anymore because it's so hard, into let's discover what you actually like about it and then build everything around that. So you get to keep your business, but also up level to multiple six figures with ease while feeling good in your business. Because, at the beginning, it's kind of like there's a lot of hard work and learning and testing different strategies. But once you get your business to stabilize, at least at 10K a month, that's where it's all about how it feels. Like at this point, it's not anymore about typically the money or the clients, like all these strategies mostly just need to be streamlined and reorganized and maybe fine-tuned. But how you feel inside your business is what's going to help you to either go to the next level of your business or not. And a lot of people burn out because it feels like it's just too much. So definitely invite you to apply to work with me. This is what we can look at within your business, like being able to relax and have that inner space in the middle of a difficult situation, especially. That's a skill. And that's a skill that you can learn. That's a self-mastery skill. That's part of what I teach my clients. And that is not something that you can outsource. This is not something that you can say like, well, I'll just like have somebody else do my marketing or write my content or whatever. This is like literally, if you don't know how to remain at the baseline of peace and calm and rest, even if things are spinning around you and it may be a difficult moment in your business, that means you're going to go down with the emotional wave. And as soon as you do, so does your business. And we want to make sure that no matter what difficult situations we go through, our business remains kind of steady and we remain feeling somewhat positive and good and harmonious within it. So definitely click the link in the description. It will allow you to set up a free conversation with me. It's a business soul strategy audit. We will audit your business, just look at where you are, what you're doing, what's working, what's not working, and why are you not quite able to get to where you want to get to. So we'll look at what's missing, create a plan as to what you need to adjust, and I will obviously share with you how I can help specifically in your situation to move your business from that place of it's working but it's hard to it's working and it feels awesome. And now it can work even more, because in order to upscale, you need to be able to have a proper foundation. Most of the time, that's what's missing. So definitely set up that call with me. Link is in description. I'm so looking forward to helping you figure that component out for yourself so that you can have that place of rest in your business when you feel good about it, no matter what's going on, because you're not going to go down every time the emotions go down. You're going to maintain your energy so that you can create from that quantum field of abundance. So definitely looking forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.